Valentine's Day was supposed to be a night of love and romance, but for me, it turned into a nightmare I'll never forget. My partner and I decided to celebrate the occasion with a romantic dinner at an old mansion-turned-restaurant known for its haunting history. As we stepped through the grand entrance, the air grew heavy with an unsettling chill, sending shivers down my spine. Ignoring the ominous atmosphere, we were led to our table in a dimly lit dining room adorned with faded tapestries and antique furniture. The evening started off well enough, with soft music playing in the background and candlelight flickering across the room. But as the night wore on, strange things began to happen. Plates clattered to the ground without warning, and whispers echoed through the empty corridors. I tried to dismiss the eerie occurrences, chalking them up to my overactive imagination. But when I glanced at my partner, I saw the fear reflected in their eyes, a fear that mirrored my own. Suddenly, the lights flickered, plunging the room into darkness. Panic gripped my heart as I felt a cold hand brush against mine, sending a jolt of terror coursing through my veins. My partner and I clung to each other, searching for an escape route from the haunted mansion. But as we reached the door, it slammed shut with a deafening bang, trapping us inside. Desperate and afraid, we stumbled through the maze-like corridors, pursued by unseen forces that seemed hell-bent on our destruction. Just when I thought we were doomed to spend eternity in this haunted mansion, we stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading to the cellar. With no other options left, we descended into the darkness, hoping to find a way out. As we reached the bottom of the stairs, we were greeted by a sight that froze us in our tracks. A room filled with decaying corpses, their empty eye sockets staring back at us with a haunting gaze. We realized then that we were not the first to fall victim to the mansion's dark past, and we would not be the last. With newfound determination, we fought our way through the horrors of the cellar, emerging into the cold night air just as the first light of dawn broke on the horizon. Though we escaped with our lives, the memory of that fateful Valentine's Day will haunt me forever. I thought I had found the perfect Valentine's Day gift for my partner, a beautiful antique necklace adorned with delicate pearls. But little did I know, the necklace carried a dark secret that would unleash unspeakable horrors upon us both. As my partner opened the gift, their eyes sparkled with joy at the sight of the exquisite jewelry. But as soon as they fastened the necklace around their neck, a strange chill filled the room, and the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. Ignoring the ominous signs, we continued with our plans for the evening, dining at a cozy restaurant, and exchanging. I thought I had found the perfect Valentine's Day gift for my partner, a beautiful antique necklace adorned with delicate pearls. But little did I know, the necklace carried a dark secret that would unleash unspeakable horrors upon us both. As my partner opened the gift, their eyes sparkled with joy at the sight of the exquisite jewelry. But as soon as they fastened the necklace around their neck, a strange chill filled the room, and the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. Ignoring the ominous signs, we continued with our plans for the evening, dining at a cozy restaurant, and exchanging heartfelt gifts. But as the night wore on, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Suddenly, my partner gasped in pain, clutching their throat as if struggling to breathe. I watched in horror as the pearls on the necklace began to darken, their once pristine surface now marred by an eerie blackness. Desperate to save my partner, I tried to remove the necklace, but it refused to budge, as if fused to their skin. Panic rising in my chest, I frantically searched for a way to break the curse that had befallen us. With trembling hands I reached for the necklace, praying for a miracle. And in that moment, the room filled with blinding light, and the necklace crumbled to dust, releasing my partner from its grip. But the relief was short-lived, for as the necklace disintegrated, a dark figure emerged from the shadows, a vengeful spirit intent on claiming our souls for eternity. With no other options left, we fled into the night, pursued by the relentless spirit that haunted us at every turn. And though we escaped with our lives, the memory of that cursed Valentine's Day gift will haunt me forever. For Valentine's Day, my partner surprised me with a vintage doll, a beautiful porcelain figure with delicate features and hauntingly lifelike eyes. At first, I was enchanted by its beauty, but soon, I realized that the doll harbored a sinister secret. As the night fell and darkness enveloped the room, I heard strange whispers emanating from the doll's lips. At first, I brushed it off as my imagination, but the whispers grew louder, more insistent, until I could no longer ignore them. Terrified, I tried to dispose of the doll, but it always found its way back to me, as if drawn by an invisible force. Night after night, I lay awake, listening to the doll's eerie whispers, each word filled with malice and deceit. I knew then that the doll was not just a harmless toy. It was a vessel for something far more sinister, a presence that sought to control me and bend me to its will. With trembling hands I confronted my partner, demanding answers about the doll's origins. But as they spoke, their voice took on a strange, otherworldly quality, and I realized too late, the doll had possessed them, and now, it was coming for me. As Valentine's Day approached, I received a mysterious letter in the mail, an ornate envelope sealed with a blood-red wax seal. Inside, I found a single sheet of paper, adorned with cryptic symbols and ominous warnings. Ignoring the ominous message, I brushed it off as a prank and went about my day. But as the night fell and darkness descended upon the city, strange things began to happen. Doors slammed shut on their own, and objects moved of their own accord, as if guided by an invisible force. And then I saw it, a shadowy figure lurking in the corners of my vision, its eyes glowing with a malevolent gleam. Terrified, I tried to flee, but wherever I went, the figure followed, its presence looming over me like a dark cloud. I realized then that I had been cursed, and that this Valentine's Day would be like no other, a nightmarish journey into the depths of darkness. With each passing hour, the curse grew stronger, its grip tightening around my soul until I could no longer escape its clutches. And as the clock struck midnight, I knew that I was doomed to spend eternity in the shadows, a prisoner of the curse that had consumed me. On Valentine's Day, my friends and I decided to hold a séance in an attempt to contact lost loved ones. As we gathered around the table, candles flickering in the dimly lit room, we began to chant incantations in hopes of reaching the other side. At first, nothing seemed to happen, and we laughed nervously, dismissing the idea of spirits communicating with us. But as the night wore on, the atmosphere grew heavy, and a sense of unease settled over us like a thick fog. Suddenly, the candles flickered wildly, casting eerie shadows on the walls, and a cold wind swept through the room, chilling us to the bone. And then, we heard it, the sound of whispered voices, faint at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Terrified, we tried to end the séance, but it was too late. The spirits had been summoned, and they were not happy. Objects flew across the room, and the tables shook violently, as if possessed by an unseen force. With mounting fear, we pleaded for the spirits to leave us be, but they refused to listen, their anger palpable in the air. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the séance ended, leaving us shaken and afraid. As we gathered our belongings and prepared to leave, we knew that we had unleashed something dark and malevolent upon the world.